What is going on, guys? I hope you all have an amazing day. Now, we have another cracking fight in women's boxing. Krystal Rosado against Tania Walters. Tania Walters, the former world title challenger, against a young, hungry, up-and-coming contender looking to bounce back after her first defeat. This is a great fight, and I'll be perfectly honest, I think this is a fight which is much closer than the odds suggest. Now, when you look at Rosado, you know, she's tough, she's rough and rugged, got a good amount of boxing ability, but sometimes she gets too involved in a dust-up, which is when her game plan goes out the window, as you saw against Metcalf in a close fight which she lost, which arguably most people thought she won. So this is the key of sticking to the game plan and the rest will come. Don't give up your reach, don't give up your range, box, move, do what you're meant to do, simple as that. But one habit which I think is very crucial, which she needs to work on, which she did quite a lot against Metcalf, is she overreached far too much. She kept throwing out of range, and when she was in her range, she was too scared to commit at times. But you see here, she slips the jab, throws the jab, miss, and then Metcalf on the back foot, use her footwork, throw a jab, then obviously Rosado missed with a hook, tries to tee up and land that body shot, and all 4 shots she threw at Metcalf missed. So that is why, when you're throwing, I understand you're a cool, calm, calculated fighter, and you see that, missed a few at the end, you need to be cool, calm, calculate with your pressure. Volume punch, but with calculation. Don't volume punch and gas out after 2-3 rounds. Where when you do this against Vazquez in a 4-rounder against someone who's half decent, you can easily do that. But when you're stepping up the ranks, you want to get to that world level, that elite level. Which is why at times against Metcalf, you know, you saw her struggle, you saw her fatigue a little bit. But all in all, this is a great fight. But people mustn't forget that Tania Walters is no joke. She was an IBO world title challenger, again maybe not one of the 4 main sanctioning bodies, but again still something credible compared to previous opponents besides Metcalf. She's tough, she's never been stopped, never been dropped, but the problem is, as good and fast as she is, on her hands, feet wise, you'll see sometimes she's a bit too static, a bit too robotic, which when you have slow footwork as well, that is a major negative factor on this fight. And I do believe if Rosado capitalizes on it very early, it will be an easy night all along, as Rosado is a very fast starter and Tania Walters is a very slow starter. It takes about 2-3 rounds to warm up, when Rosado from the first spell already up the 2nd to 3rd gear. So that will be a big major factor in this fight as well. But another big factor is the age. Has Tania Walters still got it against a young, fresher opponent? Has Tania Walters had a few too many 10-round wars where it's taken a toll out of her? These are all questions which will be answered tomorrow night. Where with Rosado, for someone who comes forward, you know, with a quite forward aggressive style, her footwork is actually quite second to none. But you'll see here with Walters where I'm talking about the slowness. She can easily beat you with her timing, as you'll see with Muto. She lands first the punch because the other one loads up, so it wasn't the speed, it was the timing. But when she tries to use her speed against Motu here, and she pivots, Moto could see it from a mile away. And now that is where the keys of victory will be made for her, by timing her flurries, by utilising it with short snappy rights to beat her wild hooks, and mix in the middle and boxing spells. Again, use your pressure and calculation as well to mix it in the middle, then boxing spells, because the more active you are, the more you win the rounds. Now with Rosado, you got to work within range, stop throwing wild out of range, because you're just going to use up your gas tank, match her aggression and win the early rounds. That will be the key. Utilise the fact that Walters takes about 3-4 rounds to get started. She's a second half fighter, so if you lay it on her from the front foot, stamp your authority from the first bell, and if you do that to Walters and lay it onto her from the first bell, then it's going to be an easy night for you all night long. Now, this is going to be a close competitive fight. I do believe it will be won within the early rounds, but I do believe the younger, fresher fighter will come out on top. Walters is tough, she gives it a go, she's aggressive, no matter what, you could have her out on her feet, she'll still swing, which is what we love to see in a fighter. But again, toughness does not win you fights, it's the cool, calm technicality of boxing IQ that wins you fights. And I do believe Rosado just has a tad more, and with her youth on her side, that is a big advantage. So for that reason, I'll be backing Krystal Rosado on points. It'll be a close competitive fight, but I do believe it will be a very decisive win on points for Krystal Rosado. But that is my video for today. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and as always, this ain't financial advice. This is just what I'm doing and what I'm going to be predicting and what I'll be backing based off my research. Have a great day.